Hello everyone, my name is Hassan Hakami. Today I will present clientless remote access SSL VPNs using ASDM. Let's start. I will talk about introduction, problem, solution, implementation, testing, result, and conclusion. Since the advent of the internet, network administrators have looked for ways to leverage this low-cost, widespread medium to transport data while protecting data integrity and confidentiality. They looked for ways to protect the information within the data packets while providing transparency to the end user. This spanned the concept of the virtual private network. What the problem is? Organizations are constantly under pressure to reduce cost by leveraging newer technology in their existing network infrastructure. With the growth of the internet and greater focus on globalization, organizations are required to provide their employees with 24 hours access to organizational resources. The increasing number of mobile workers is a major factor in the exponential growth of remote access technology. We move to the solution. I will start off with the simplest approach, which isn't necessarily the simplest for the admins, but it would be the simplest for the users. If your users want a VPN into the office, all they need is a browser. They can go into their address bar. The web server is the most conditions is going to be uneasy, but iOS or Android can do this as well. The idea here is that when someone comes in, we are going to use an SSL session to provide us our privacy and as far as the level of interaction. Thus we are going to cover all provide all. That will be contained inside of a web page. So we are going to do a little bit HTML. ACA gives you an HTML editor where we can basically create a landing page for the user. I am going to communicate with that landing page through an SSL session. We know us making it privacy, and then we are going to access into the internal resources behind the firewall through this HTML interface. Does it have to be HTML? No. We can start to support other applications and others a couple of different ways. Previously, we want to give the end user the ability to simply accessing a browser and from their browser securely get access to the internal resource. A Cisco Adaptive Security and Device Manager software, also known as ASDM. ASDM is a graphical user interface based tool that allows for easy configuration of firewall. I am going to show you today how to set up a clientless SSL VPN using Cisco ASDM software. We are going to go through 6 basic steps to configure a clientless SSL VPN. Start the VPN wizard, configure the SSL VPN user interface, configure AAA user authentication, configure the VPN group policy, configure a bookmarker list, and last step, I will review the configuration summary and deliver the commands to the ACA. I look at ASDM, which I'm already signed into and under the remote access VPN area. So first, let's go to the SSL VPN wizard. The next step, the SSL VPN interface screen provides links in the information section. Those links identify the URLs that need to be used for the SSL VPN service access and for Cisco ASDM access. Move to the third step. On the user authentication screen, I click Authenticate User using the local user database. I enter the username SSL-VPN-user with password Cisco12345. I click Edit to create the new user and click Next to continue. In the fourth step, on the group policy screen, I create the new group policy named SSL-VPN-policy. In the fifth step, I configured bookmarked list. A bookmarked list is a set of URLs configured to be used in the clientless SSL VPN web portal. On the clientless connection only bookmarked list screen, I click Manager to create an HTTP server bookmarked in the bookmarked list. In the configured graphical user interface, customizing objected windows, I clicked Edit to open the Edit bookmarked list windows. Name the list Web Server. In the Edit bookmarked list windows, I clicked Edit to open the Select bookmarked type windows. I entered the bookmarked list title and enter the server destination IP address or host name as the URL to be used with the bookmarked entry. In this project, the bookmark's title of webmail is entered and an internet IP address of 192.168.2.3 is specified. I clicked OK to continue and return to the configure graphical user interface customize objective windows which now display the web server bookmarked. I clicked OK to continue and return to the bookmarked list windows and click Next to continue. The last step, the summarize page, is displayed next. Verify that information configured in the SSL VPN wizard is correct. Click back to make change or click cancel and restart the VPN wizard. I clicked finished to complete the process and deliver the command to the ACA. I move to the testing and result. I opened the browser in the PCC and I entered the login URL for the SSL VPN into the address field, which is https://209.165.200.226. I used source HTTPS because SSL is required to connect to the ACA. The login windows should display. I entered the previously configured username SSL-VPN-user and the password Cisco12345 and I clicked login to continue. After the user authenticates, the ACA SSL web portal page lists the version bookmarks previously assigned into the profile. If the bookmark points to a failed server IP address or host name that has HTTP web servers installed and functional, while the remote user at PCC is still logged in and on the ACA portal page, you can view the session statistics using ASDM monitor. In addition to stateful firewall and other security features, the ACA can provide both set-to-set and remote access VPN functionality. The ACA provides only one main development mode that is found in Cisco SSL Remote Access VPN solution. Clientless Remote Access VPN tunnel to the ACA using a web browser and built-in SSL to protect VPN traffic. After authentication, users are present with portal page and can access specific predefined internet resources from the portal. SSL remote access VPNs are quite simple to deploy because it is not necessary to install or administer a VPN client on remote user devices. It is only necessary for remote user devices to have a web browser to access the company networks. Remote user can use a web browser to access company network from wide different of locations. And this is the reference I used to implement my project. Thank you for your attention.